Oh, it's so cold outside. Anyway, let's get to this. We're gonna review the top 10 anime for winter 2020. Let's do this. All right, let's get into this. Starting at number 10. Is it snowing in here? All right, starting at number 10, we have Dorohedoro. And if you wanted something festive that was gonna get you into that Christmas spirit, then this is definitely the one. Because what doesn't say Christmas like a gritty world full of death and carnage? Am I right? Okay, this isn't a Christmas story at all. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where we have two dimensions, the Hole, which is this dreadful place humans live, and the Sorcerer's World, where magic users live. The magic users visit the Hole to practice their magic on human victims, which leaves a lot of the humans mutilated or disfigured. The humans have it really bad in this world, and I mean really bad, because humans are simply insects to the sorcerers, and even when they finally leave and you think the humans get time to breathe, nope. They have to deal with zombies that literally try to eat them. You know when you think to yourself, how could a situation possibly get any worse? Well, here's a perfect example on not only could it get worse, but it can get way worse. Kaiman is our main character, who is this human that got his head transformed into a reptile and lost all his memories. Somehow he is immune to magic abilities and now is looking for the person who did this to him. I'm not completely sold on the animation, as it looks like it's heavily relying on CGI, but the story feels refreshing and very unique, so that's why this is making the list. At number 9, we have Somali and the Guardian of the Forest. Here we have another series where humans are the bottom of the food chain. Can you imagine a species that was just as smart or smarter than us, but also stronger and faster? It's kind of scary to think about. So this world is full of spirits, goblins, and all sorts of strange creatures, and here the humans are at the point of extinction due to them being hunted and killed by these magical creatures. So basically the type of stuff
nightmares are made from.
Somali is this little girl who is actually human and is disguised as a non-human with her horned hoodie. I guess that would convince me. She travels with a golem who she refers to as a father, and they are searching for other humans. This golem is known as the protector of the forest and has a lot of unique abilities that help them on their journey. I'm loving the colorful backdrops and crazy looking world that was created with so many weird and interesting looking characters. The trailer just grabbed my attention with those vibrant colors, leaving me wanting to know more about this world. At number 8, you guessed it, another story of humans being hunted and on the brink of extinction. Okay, I'm kidding. At number 8, we have Quasi Asteroid. This is normally something I wouldn't really pay attention to, as my personal taste leans towards more psychological anime like Steins Gate or Death Note, but again, the trailer grabbed my attention with its bright visuals. I'm a sucker for science-based space movies like Interstellar. I just recently rewatched it and it's still simply amazing. So I think watching that and just seeing the beautiful backdrop of the stars and looking into outer space just instantly grabbed me. It also brings back memories. I would nerd out with one of my good friends, Albo, who you might know is a YouTuber living in Japan who has a series called Drift Hunters. I'll put a link in the description below to his channel. We would talk for hours about quantum physics, space exploration, just all kinds of cool technological breakthroughs. So this series kind of reminded me of that, and who doesn't enjoy looking up at the stars and wondering what else is out there? Infinite Dendogram takes my number 7 spot. I'm a sucker for MMO based animes. I find a lot of them are either really great or really bad, but one of the first ones I ever watched was Dot Hack Sign, and despite the anime having a lot of issues with weak animation, they simply got the music and atmosphere so right. In Infinite Dendogram, it's the world's first successful VR MMO, It also includes the ability to perfectly simulate the 5 senses. The game promised to offer players a world full of infinite possibilities. Our main character, Reggie, finally was able to buy a copy of the game 2 years later, and that is where this adventure begins. This was adopted from a light novel, which I haven't read myself, but what I do hope is they deep dive into how being able to utilize all of your senses will affect you on a psychological level, and if things feel very realistic, how do people interact with one another? In Dot Hack, our main character is trapped in the MMO world, and in Sword Art Online, our characters are again trapped in the world. So it would be nice if they can find a way that can make stakes high enough to make you care about the characters and what they are doing, and not fall into the same trope as other MMO based animes have done before. Sitting at number 6, we have The Case of Jeweler Richard. The series based off a light novel, which the main character is a British jewelry appraiser. Alongside him is a Japanese college student, Segi Nakata, and together they solve jewel-related cases, but unraveling the hidden psychological aspects of their owners that lie within the gems. Okay, they had me at psychological mystery. I never read the novel, so I'm speculating, but I hope one of the jewels they are appraising lead down a deep and dark rabbit hole as they find out more about the owner of the gem. I kind of like that what we know so far is pretty vague, leaving the door open for so many amazing possibilities. Goblin Slayer Goblin's Crown is the first movie in this series and is sitting at my number 5 spot. I have very mixed feelings on the first season of the anime. Some parts were just needlessly grotesque, like that part in the first episode when the girl... You know what? Maybe just Google it. The show had a lot of high points, but also a lot of lows. The main character is very one-dimensional, and I get that is intended. He wants to just slay goblins, and he does it very well. He's very good at slaying goblins. Did you know he wants to slay some goblins? Seriously though, the animation is really good, and it's super fluid, and you get some great action sequences, so I expect the movie to expand on this, and hopefully we get to spend more time with the supporting cast and get to know them a little bit more as well. Okay, at number 4 is Pet. In this series, there are people who can get into other people's minds and control their memories and use the power to eradicate mysteries, cases, and even to assassinate. Though this ability does come at a big cost, and it can backfire and destroy their own heart. Can you imagine your pet having this ability? I'm pretty sure they would just force us all to never stop giving them treats and constant belly rubs. They do have a method to help counter this huge drawback, and they use chains to lock and protect their heart, but the fear grows in them, wondering when the time's gonna come when the chains are gonna fail. I'm all over this one. The trailer is short, but just enough to get you interested in what is going on. This again has so much potential to be such a psychological thrill ride, and I hope they don't disappoint, but my hype for this one is very real. Okay, we are at the final 3 choices, and we got ID Invaded to start off with here. We don't have a lot of information yet, but what we do know is the anime is a science fiction mystery anime, which murder invades the virtual world. Sakaido is the main protagonist and refers to himself as a great detective. He is trying to solve the murder of a girl named Karu-chan. I think this has a lot of potential to maybe be one of the best animes of the season, maybe even the year. This takes concepts and ideas that have existed before, but puts them together in a new, interesting way. We don't have much more information to go on, but it feels really refreshing, and I'm really looking forward to this one. What more could you possibly want? Well, what if I said at number 2, we got Digimon, The Last Evolution Kizuna. And this isn't just any Digimon, it will be the original cast of characters that you know and love. Tai, Agumon, Yamato, and all the original characters are coming back, including characters from season 2. They'll be playing a bit of a supporting role. The original cast were actually getting some attention from the Tri series, which was pretty short, around 4 to 6 episodes a season and totaling about 4 seasons. But it was a great throwback getting to see them older now and having new life responsibilities, so I'm excited to see where they go with this as well. For me personally, I watched the first 3 seasons of the series, but I'm not really a big fan of the shows that completely change the former cast every season. So I just lost interest, and now that we got the Tri series, and now we got this movie coming, it's gonna be a ton of fun to see our favorite characters mega evolve again. Okay, we are finally here. My number one choice goes to Made in Abyss, which is technically the third movie of the franchise. The first two movies are more recaps from the series, and this will be the movie that continues where the series left off. I really enjoyed this series. It starts off as an innocent looking anime, but you can just feel deep down something messed up is going to happen. And sure enough, as the series unravels, it just gets darker and darker. It's not a long series, only 13 episodes, so I would highly recommend checking that out, and you'll be ready for this movie, which is my most anticipated anime for winter 2020. There's plenty of other anime I'm just patiently waiting for as well. You've got The Promised Neverland Season 2, you've got the Demon Slayer movie as well, and you can't forget the series that are ongoing right now, like My Hero Academia and Dr. Stone, just to name a few of them. That just about does it for this video though. If you enjoyed it, maybe consider sharing the video with friends who are looking for something new to watch. Sharing my videos help me a lot, so I really do appreciate that. But also, let me know what your top 10 anime is for this season, and what do you plan on watching next? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.